Wadi is a Arabic word. It means valley or canyon. It is associated with the outdoors and adventure. What Will and I were so inspired by was when we first moved to Amman, Jordan, back in 2012. We became accepted into the climbing community. We were going out and climbing places all around Jordan and hanging out multiple nights a week at the climbing gym. It was a great place for us to practice our Arabic, learn more through the sport of climbing. When we first came to Palestine, we were kind of saddened by the lack of recreational opportunity, but we were also impressed by the potential for outdoor climbing. We had this idea of the Jordanian climbing community in mind and thought, well, maybe we can do something here. First started with the idea to build a climbing gym, the first climbing gym in Palestine. We took a trip to kind of pitch the idea to potential investors. That was when we said we're going to be all in on it.
When you climb, it's a physical and mental feeling. You have to figure out a physical and mental solution to get up to the top of a climb. So it teaches people how to overcome fear, to overcome challenges, to push themselves, and to really just forget about their stresses of the day, their work.
People say this all the time, but it's true. You can go anywhere in the world, you find other climbers, and you already have friends.
One of our big things is to build a climbing community here. People that are self-sustained climbers that come out on introduction trips with us, to learning climbing skills, to eventually buying their own gear and climbing on their own. What we've done, we've created a couple different climbing locations where it's basically public for any experienced climbers that can come and use it.
I can say safely, like a year and a half later after moving here, that there is a climbing community in Palestine now. I find in it the same great things that I found in the climbing community in Jordan or in Colorado where we went to school. It's a way to connect with people, to have fun on the weekend, on weekdays, to go out and enjoy like a beautiful place and a beautiful sport. Like there's hard parts about living here and about trying to do something, and there's a lot of patience involved, which is not so easy all the time. And when things aren't going so well, when we lead these trips and we see someone get to the top for the first time and they come down and they have that big smile on their face after being like maybe really scared or really challenged, every time it's worth it. For Anas, he grew up in a village right next to one of the big Israeli climbing sites, and so he had grown up seeing climbers climb near his village, but he'd never had the opportunity to actually try. And so he came and climbed with us, and that was kind of like an amazing experience, I think, for him, because it was like something they'd seen while growing up, and then finally had the chance to try it, and now he's a climber, so he can go enjoy that place right by his home.
It's exciting to finally start building this indoor gym. That is really the way to catalyze the community here. Because people have been coming on our outdoor trips and we've seen progress there, but you really develop as a climber in an indoor facility. You know, so that's what we hope to see people. Learning how to climb here, whether they're Palestinians that are developing this and learning for the sport for the first time and traveling around the region or traveling around the world to climb, and also like other like foreigners that come and live here and try climbing for the first time, interacting with locals through this fun sport. And that's what we developed this idea when we were in Jordan, studying, and we want to just do as best as we can to build this community.
I almost have a disconnect when I go back to the States and hear the discourse about this region, because people here are so incredibly generous and kind and welcoming. That's one of the hardest things, is for me to go back and try to reconcile the reality that I see here with people's perception of it. We don't want it to be just reliant on us being here to like run the trips and stuff. And I don't think it will be, because we already have people who are dedicated and obsessed. I think there's a positive impact. I hope there's a positive impact. Like the people will benefit from the experiences that they have while climbing and interacting with the outdoors in the ways that I have.